It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. And it's coming up next on Madden NFL 23.
At the confluence of the three rivers, the Ohio, the Allegheny, and the Monongahela, we are here at Pittsburgh's Acrisure Stadium. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Jacksonville Jaguars and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Hi again, everyone. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. With me, as always, Charles Davis. And, Charles, we look at a matchup like this. It's really the running backs that may take center stage here today.
And in today's football, they're still valuable, not just as runners, but guys who can catch the ball as well. It's really the number of touches that determines things these days.
The kicker, Chris Boswell, has it ready to go, and we are underway from Pittsburgh. No run back here on the opening kickoff as we'll start at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. They're led by the #1 overall pick in the 2021 draft, Trevor Lawrence.
And you want to talk about enormous expectations being placed on a quarterback. How about what Trevor Lawrence faced coming out of college? But the good thing for him, he's used to it. He had the same type of expectations leaving high school and going to Clemson. They always expect him to be a franchise savior, whatever team he joins. And to his credit, he shouldered those expectations, and he's doing everything in his power to follow through.
They'll start on the ground. ETN. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And they'll go again with ETN. And a good burst there gets him 7 up to midfield. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. They were looking good on 2nd down, but now they're backed up 5 yards by the false start, and it's 2nd and 8. Looking to throw, Lawrence. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
And that's an early scramble that can be viewed positively by either side. From the offensive point of view, it begins to establish him as a possibility to keep it on certain plays. And defensively, they avoided giving up a huge play in one of their first tests in containing a quarterback on the run.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. Back deep is Gunnar Olszewski. And the fair catch is taken at about the 13-yard line here. So here are the Steelers backed up to start their initial drive. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
And when you watch Kenny Pickett play, you see a young man who got better every season in college and really blossomed in his final campaign, took his game to a new level, and made him a first-round pick in the NFL. He's the type of kid who can beat you with his mind, beat you with his arm, and occasionally with his legs. A tough, skilled performer. Kenny Pickett, he's got some moxie to him.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs at their own 14-yard line. Harris starts the drive on the ground, and he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
It certainly didn't appear that that's where he wanted to go with the ball initially, so he tried to get something out of it by dumping it off to his running back unsuccessfully.
An incomplete pass on second down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Looking to throw, Pickett. He sets to fire deep and unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
No surprise at all. They're looking for the big man early in this one. The only surprise for them, he couldn't hang on to the pass.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann. Jamal Agnew is deep to return it. And taken right on the 30. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Now ETN to start the drive. And he'll rumble for about 5, up close to the 40.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
From the 39, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And some room to run now. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 48 yards rushing for him now, and he's only carried the ball 4 times. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for, because you know all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense, you've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him, or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
And the next-gen stats shows us the tale of how much yardage he was able to pick up after the initial contact. On first down, right back to Etienne. And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days, but you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
Tight defense there on 3rd down, but what a product of good coaching and even better execution, because he realized he's in field goal range, no sense forcing anything, and he made sure he didn't.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. On the left hash, this from 48 yards. The kick by McManus is good, and the Jaguars grab a 3-0 lead. So after drive number 3 here, we have a score, and it's 3 points after the field goal.
I would say the feeling out process for both these teams, I'd say it's over, partner. Everyone understands what's going on now. You've kind of probed a little bit. Now you want to start throwing the big shots. First 3 points up on the board could be significant.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. So Pittsburgh retakes the field for their second offensive possession. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
To the air on first down with Pickett. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
Really good coverage all over the field, and it took away his intended read and almost dared him to try for his guy out of the backfield. No surprise on that one. It doesn't connect.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is Harris on the draw. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing on 3rd down. Here's Pickett. And this is going to be incomplete.
2 drives won't tell the story of this game, but you absolutely have to like how this defense has played thus far. They have yet to allow this offense to get untracked in this one.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann. On the return, here's Agnew. So a good punt, but a solid 12-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. They've got a 3-0 lead and the football as they start 1st and 10. Play action. It's Lawrence. Sliding out of the pocket. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Straight ahead, Etienne. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on 1st down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on 2nd.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a pretty good throw on the curl route there. 3rd down, and they pick up a 1st.
Defense should be aware for that, right?
They should be aware, but it was so hard sometimes.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Because when they sell that route really well, you think they're going upfield, then they curl back, show their numbers to the quarterback, and complete the play.
Etienne up the middle. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, they always talk about playing great team defense, and that was an excellent example right there. Everyone on assignment, no one in the wrong spot, everyone filling their gaps.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the 1st here. They'll run with Etienne. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the 1st down sticks are, and get there.
On 1st down, Lawrence. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on 1st quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 22-yard line. 18 yards the gain for number 18.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
back to the ground with Etienne. 61 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Here's Lawrence. His throw caught at about the 5. And the Jaguars are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
And coming into this ball game, this was an offense that wasn't just talking about the notion of ball control. They were preaching it. They want to win the time of possession battle, and they've done so here. This drive's taken up quite a bit of the first quarter. Now they are set up 1st and goal.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jags with a football to begin the second quarter as they go to work on a 1st and goal. Etienne is not going to advance very far. He'll be stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It's a gain of a yard, and it'll set up 2nd and goal. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so maybe another run here?
I think so. And one of my favorite coaches used to say, son, if you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in, give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So roughing the passer, and they get the safety there.
And this is one I think where the safety's usually got to come a long way. So sometimes it's tough for them to slow down that momentum. That's going to draw the flag more times than not.
They'll try to run with Etienne. And he'll take this one in for a Jags touchdown. Travis Etienne taking it in from 2 yards out. And they are able to add on to their advantage. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just one play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. It's up and good, and that'll increase their lead to 10-zip. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now.
Let's rock and roll. Let's go. That's what it is. That's what it is, baby. Let's go.
They turn to Harris to begin the drive. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll run again with Harris. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on 3rd down. Pickett will look to throw it here. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Travis Etienne and the Jags offense set to take over again here. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. Rolling to his right. And out across midfield down to the 45. Able to find a lot of empty space there, picking up the 1st down at a 21-yard gain.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
Now Lawrence on 1st down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
Ball at the 40 here for 2nd and 5. A shotgun snap and again to Etienne. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. They got 5 through the air last play, now 5 on the ground. 1st and 10.
And that's a nice pickup of a 1st down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Lawrence to throw. Screenplay, here's Etienne. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Lawrence. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, it's Lawrence. Looking downfield for Jones. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
Now McManus will line up for the field goal. He was true on his first. This a tough one from 49 yards away. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first-half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Pickett to throw on 1st down. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
That's now 6 dropbacks, 6 incompletions. Yeah, the defense has been pretty good early, but he's got to start hitting some of those throws. He's making them better than what they actually are.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a 1st down. Well done. He got 29 yards that time.
It's a nice zone breaker right there. Take the tight end, move him out to the slot, then have him run a corner route versus the zone coverage, which means he's going to be behind the shallow coverage and ahead of the deep coverage. Put the ball right on him.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. A run with Harris out of the shotgun. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside of the 40. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off play action. Pickett. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
I see what they were trying to do there, trying to find some dead space in the middle of the field and take their shot right there. A really good idea, but it winds up incomplete.
The heavy set out there. 3 tight ends in the formation for 3rd and 3. Trying to pick it up on the ground with Harris. And he'll be tackled about 2 yards shy of the line to gain. A 1-yard pickup leads to 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it? How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. This officially a 55-yard attempt. That's leaking to the right, and he missed it by a foot or 2. It's no good, and the deficit will hold pat at 13.
Yeah, 55 yards is anything but a gimme. You've got to really concentrate on your leg swing and proper technique. This time, though, he's unable to convert.
The Jaguars getting set to go. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, That doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense.
Yep.
Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Now they're set up nicely at the 45-yard line after the missed field goal from 55. Meanwhile, Lawrence's throw here taken in by Ingram. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
ETN once more. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Lawrence. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down. Lawrence will throw. And able to find Kirk complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up.
That's what it is. That's what it is. Let's go.
Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Lawrence. And they'll try and set up the screen to ETN. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now McManus will line up for the field goal from the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So he's been a busy man here in this first half. That's 3 field goals for him now.
And not just 3 field goals. but 3 for 3. So even though the offense has struggled a bit putting it in the end zone, they've still been able to come away with points due to his leg.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. The Steeler offense set to regain possession. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. First and 10, here's Pickett. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield. They had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. Pickett back to throw. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
All that practice time came to fruition on that play. All those timing routes that they work on through training camp, OTAs, mini camp, and just regular season, they got it done on that one. An outcut, ball was delivered, and picked up the completion.
He's going to float this one deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. With a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep, try and throw some air under it, and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they were unsuccessful.
Here's Braden Mann now, as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. They'll score that a 36-yard punt, and they will take over 1st and 10. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates, Lawrence hit and the ball is free. But it looked like a Jaguar was able to cover this thing, and so Jacksonville will keep control.
Much like a running back going through the line, quarterbacks have to be aware of protecting the football as well. He left it exposed that time, wound up having it knocked free, but fortunately, had an alert teammate who was able to get it.
The fumble on 1st down. Now here's 2nd down. A give to Etienne running right. And he'll push forward here for a good little run as the clock continues to run. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And Pittsburgh with 6 defensive backs in the game here on 3rd down. Looking to throw, Lawrence. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. On the return is Olszewski.
It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8.
And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. One more drive here for the Steeler offense in this first half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10.
They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Looking to throw, Pickett.
To the sideline, and oh, that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down.
3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
To the air on 1st down with Pickett. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. And this will be good for a pickup of 9 to the 46. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome everyone to our brand new studios here in downtown Orlando in the EA Sports Halftime Report. First up, though, a look at the next-gen stats for Jacksonville in that first half. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play.
All right, Coach, thank you very much as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports. Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. And the Steeler offense ready to get going here in this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their 25-yard line.
Harris will start the drive out.
Room here to run. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They run again with Harris. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
On second down, this is Harris. And a good job of finding the open space to run as he's down close to the 30 here. 65 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Pickett now on first down. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. He's trying to protect his quarterback's blind side. Got nabbed for the hold.
You have one job over there. Make sure that man does not get hit. So if you have to hold occasionally, do so because they don't catch all of them. This time they did.
Harris running straight ahead. Tackle made by Devin Lloyd, the linebacker.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
On the give, this is Harris. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Pickett. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. And the Jags will have the football as this is taken up past the 30.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. And their defense just helped them out by getting the football back on the opening drive here in the second half. And now can the offense follow through with points on their first possession?
And that's a big one for them because after the work the defense has done, they've got a chance here to open up this lead.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up 1st and 10. At the 31-yard line. They'll look to ETN to start things out. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
On 2nd and 9, Lawrence finds his tight end Ingram. And he's corralled at the 40, but not before picking up 8.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives him a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for ETN. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's ETN. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
It's not a huge breakaway run, but if your starting running back finishes the game with averages of 5 or 6 yards per touch, you'll take that every single time.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. From midfield now, Lawrence. He'll find Etienne out of the backfield. And he'll be tackled on the other side of midfield at the 46-yard line.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
Running out of the gun with Etienne. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. 105 yards for him on the ground now, as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
Let's walk, baby. Good job, good job.
On first down, right back to Etienne. And he's able to motor his way down to the 16-yard line.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They run the option left with Lawrence. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss.
On 2nd and 11 now. Lawrence.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
The key to any screen play is all in the deception, and that means everyone on the offensive side of the ball. But someone gave it up because that one wasn't very well concealed. And the defense able to rally to him and hold him for just a short gain.
Now the terrible towels in full force now as the Steelers get set to defend this 3rd and long.
Steps away to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th. Now McManus will line up for the field goal. From the left hash, a 31-yard attempt. The kick by McManus is good, and that will extend their lead even further.
Well, whatever was said in the locker room during the break must have worked. They forced the turnover. They didn't get the touchdown, Charles, but it does translate into 3 points to begin this 2nd half.
Exactly as they discussed in the locker room at halftime. Get some points to get things kick-started. Now start your half off with some momentum. Gives you something to build on for your next possession.
After splitting the uprights, McManus to kick it away.
Olszewski going to hold on to this one. Touchback. It's back out and set to go for their next drive. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing to battle, to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. Meanwhile, Pickett's throw complete to Freiermuth.
And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on first down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a second and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Here's Pickett. Setting up the screen, Harris. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The Steeler first down on the pickup of 11 yards.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now a first down carry for Harris.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there of holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Got an open man, it's Washington. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw, Pickett. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
They brought in the heavy set on 3rd down, and that usually means running play, but we have seen them throw out of that formation, and sure enough, they snuck the tight end out on that one, wound up hitting him for a first down.
Nothing in that first half, nothing on the last drive, but they're moving now with a 1st and 10. They hand this off to Harris. Ooh, with a juke. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. That one good for 14 yards and a Steeler first.
Let's go.
And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Pittsburgh. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Pickett. Slant route, and he's got Freiermuth. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Pickett. Now they go screen. It's complete. No gain on the screen there. It's 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They come up here with another shot from the 6-yard line, and it's 2nd and goal now. From the gun, here's Pickett. This is caught. A touchdown saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. Pickett now to throw off the play fake.
Got his man. It's caught for a Steelers touchdown. Zach Gentry, a 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter. So a little bit of a letdown there defensively. I mean, look, you're still 2 scores to the good, CD, but things may be a little more uncomfortable than they had hoped.
Yeah, if you kept them out of the end zone there, this game's over. You've locked the door on them. Instead, it's still open a little bit, and they've got a puncher's chance.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And they're able to cut this deficit down to 12. Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jacksonville offense gets the ball back. Travis Etienne and company head back out there.
He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's come together for you. The big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. And you've probably gotten some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game.
Now Etienne to start the drive. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
On second down, Etienne once more. And he'll earn a couple of tough yards past the 30 to the 31.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field.
Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 18.
Pickett to throw on 1st down. Crossing route catch made by Johnson.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
On 1st and 10, it's Pickett.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got second and third down to fall back on.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Pickett, he'll look to throw it. Here's the former Jaguar, Allen Robinson.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. First target, first catch, and a first down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
Pickett, he's going to throw it again.
Johnson's got it complete.
And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So in Jacksonville territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
1st and 10. Here's Pickett.
And his throw is incomplete.
It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Pickett back to throw.
Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Harris. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14.
I thought that wasn't a bad time to call the screen. I thought late game, down on the scoreboard, had to figure they were expecting a pass downfield.
Yeah, so the edge rushers, they're coming. That could have hit big. You're right. Good recognition defensively to snuff that one out. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 14. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
Pickett, 4th down, desperation time.
And this one is incomplete. Mike Tomlin takes a shot here, but to no avail. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. So they really needed points here in a 2-score game. Could not come away with anything there on 4th.
And while we know they're a little bit discouraged here, they can't check out of this game. You and I have called a good number of games over the course of our career where we've seen these types of situations. Teams get the ball back, and that miracle does occur. So they can't let that dream go just yet. They have to get stout on defense here.
Yeah, right now really hoping for a turnover.
Lawrence bringing the Jaguars up, 1st and 10.
At their own 42.
They'll start on the ground. Etienne.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47.
I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
On 2nd down, Etienne once more.
The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Now Lawrence on first down.
The left side completion to Jones.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
To throw again on second down.
Lawrence. Throw right side is going to be caught by Kirk. And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they tried to run the ball and run the clock out.
On first and 10, it's Lawrence.
And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Steelers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, two-score game, so hold on here, not done in the fourth. And now out come the Steelers.
They trail by 2 scores in the fourth, and their defense did its job getting the fumble recovery. Now time to see what this offense has left in the tank. Pickett leads the Steelers up here with a fresh set of downs.
At their own 16. Following the fumble recovery. Pickett.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field and it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch it. Doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Looking to throw, Pickett.
And the Jags get to him as down he goes.
Devon Hamilton collapses the pocket and drops him for a loss of 3.
And you hate to say it with a rookie quarterback. He's done some good things, but overall looked a little bit overwhelmed back there, hasn't he?
He certainly has. But in his defense, he hadn't had a lot of time to throw the football. You like the way I said that? In his defense.
In his defense. I got it.
You see what I did there?
Yeah, he needs better protection, that's for sure.
Pickett and the Steelers in need of a big play here. 3rd and long after the sack.
Back to throw here. He's going to let this one go deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Going for it on 4th down. Here's Pickett.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Steelers try it, but they come up empty on 4th down. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll try the left side with ETN.
And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock will run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. And now we'll see a timeout used on defense as they stop it right out of the break with 1:57 to go in the ballgame. Now this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here.
Here's Lawrence to throw.
And it's caught. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal.
And they'll run with ETN.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville.
Travis Etienne.
His second touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Jaguars have pretty well put it away here in the 4th quarter. So they brought the extra bulk in down on the 1-yard line, and they're able to push this one across.
Yeah, I can just see your face right now because I know we're mind melding on this one. Coach Madden would love this. Power football, hat on a hat, chest to chest, driving forward, touchdown.
McManus now for the extra point. And that one makes this a 19-point game. A drive there of just 4 plays.
And it was capped off by a Travis Etienne touchdown run.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away.
Takes it at the 7. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
And the Steelers set to take the field.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Pickett now on 1st down. That's swung out wide to Harris.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. Looking to throw again on 2nd down.
Pickett
looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted.
And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football.
Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
Let's go now, let's go. Let's go, baby. You ready to roll? That's right, baby. Play it to the whistle.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Down to a knee for the Jags. Victory seemingly in hand. Second and 11. A give running right, ETN. The second down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college, and how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really paved the way to this victory as they allowed the 1 touchdown, and that was all she wrote.
Almost want to do the defense chant right now, right? Defense with a couple of claps in there, but no one wants to hear that from me. Let's just talk about how they got it done, though. When you take care of every aspect of the game, shut down the run, control the airways, right? Make sure the quarterback is harassed. This type of performance you get. They can't fashion together any offense, no consistency, and they just took control.